Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Eric here again, Model Builder 81. This kit is one that was pretty much one of my first customs, kind of. I mean, I've always kind of done little things, I guess, change up wheels, but that ain't so much custom, I guess. But this one here was one of my first customs. I did quite a bit of work to this one. For one, the body was shaved fully down, besides maybe them corner lamps that I didn't paint or anything. Didn't get rid of those, but I got rid of the emblems and the door handles and locks. Bad thing about this car is, though, the hood got warped. I doubt you guys will be able to tell that, but this one is one that got put in the bed of a truck that I had years ago, and the sun got to it. I thought this car was worse off than it is, but it looks like mainly just the hood. It's got some parts I need to reassemble, like part of the carbs have fallen out. There's an interior piece, and it's one of the valve covers. Yeah, it looks like the alternator's laying here. But this was one of my deep customs early on. This is probably 15 plus, maybe close to, I don't know, about 20 years ago, but it's 15 or 15 plus. This was back when Springfield Hobby existed. It hasn't been around for quite a while. I put this and maybe 2 or 3 other cars in when he had little competitions in there. This is, I think, the only win. No, I had 2 winners. I don't remember what the other winner was. Sorry, I can't remember what one it was, the other. But this one was probably the best out of any of them that I entered, even with the other winner. Because I don't remember what one it was. Sorry, I'm not going to sit here and delay it anymore with it. But yeah, this was one of my deep customs. Like, it was one of my first ones that I went that deep into doing all the work that I did to it, but put stock wheels back on it, or on it, rather, instead of putting different wheels and doing the wheel swap like I normally do. I lowered it. I don't know so much about the front. It might be lowered some in the front, but I put a bigger drop in the rear. And then, like I was saying before, I shaved the body down. And then I flat blacked it and put a nice coat of pearl on it till I got the pearl to look right. And then I glossed it. It might not even actually have gloss. It just might be the pearl coat gloss. Or the shine from that, rather. But it turned out pretty good. I was pretty proud of it. And I didn't build this for the comp necessarily, but it was built and he had a comp going on. I entered this. I entered my Hummer. I don't think my Hummer did very good. I had a Firebird that I entered. It didn't do very well. I don't remember what the 4th car was. That's the bad part. Maybe it was that red Impala. I don't remember. This was the best car that I entered in all of those. Of course, this was my fullest custom, or deepest custom. It's got the black on black interior in it. Now you'll be able to really see that. But it's got like the cloth or whatnot where you would sit. And then the leather surrounds. Looks like the steering wheel's missing out of it. Yep, it sure is. Let's eventually find a steering wheel for it. Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, no, it's laying there on the floorboard under the seat. But yeah, the center console's laying here too. It had fallen out. And like I said, the valve cover and a few other pieces. But I did decent work to the chassis too. So I feel like Glenn from Model Cars with Glenn. No dry shaft. No shaft. And it's missing, so I can't even put it back in. Who knows what happened to that. I'm sure I have a spare one I can make work on it. But it was pretty nice, especially for how long ago I done it. And I did quite a good amount of detail. I got some of the rivets, which you probably won't see them in the video, but got a few like a few spots or whatnot of the rivets and bolts done up. Not a lot like I did on that green Impala, but did the leaf springs up in a different shade to give them an effect there to make it look real or realer. My dang rear end's just spinning around in there. I guess it wouldn't be quite as dropped maybe if it had the drive shaft in it and it was sitting where it needed to be. This one does need work on, but it does have the drop on it. Probably sit more like that without. Yeah, it's probably how. Either way, this paint was pretty clean considering I didn't do no extra work. That was back before I did any type of sanding after paint, which I try not to do too much now. I'm bad about bleeding or sanding through. This one was really one of my favorites for a really long time. I need to get this one fixed back up and completed, and I can put it with some of my other cars. It was over there. I have a stack of tubs over here, or cases, like they have out of Hobby Lobby. That's what I used to do all my displaying, and I do some of it still. But I have 2 curio cabinets now, and I keep some of my kits, try to group certain ones together that way. But I got a bunch of cases of the plastic little rectangle. Some of them got the clear, some of them are just, or not clear, but chrome base to give you that effect or view of the rear, or the underneath rather, sorry, from just sitting there looking at it. But, and some of them are just clear. Try to put the better, you know, the nicer ones in the chrome and whatnot. But yeah, I need to get this one built back up. I can get it up there with the rest of my cars, or some of my cars rather. I don't have a nice Camaro up right now at the time being. It was one of my best. I was real big into Camaros when I built that. I kind of got more distance from them. I still like them, don't get me wrong, but this one was pretty nice, especially for how long ago it was. I don't know, falling apart. And then there's Glenn's. No drive shaft. Sorry. But yeah, just wanted to give you all a quick peek. Paint pretty clean on this one, especially for considering how long it's been around and how long ago I done it. But, alright, well, I'm gonna hop off here, guys. Y'all have a good one. Give me a like, comment, and a subscribe. Alright, later, y'all.